Hey everybody, we're late. I'm Groupie. This is Genre Mongrel. We're playing games. I am playing Woodrow. We're both he, him. I'm human, he's a gnome. We're both crotchety old bastards. Rook, your turn.
So apt. Hi everyone, I'm Rook, or Red. I also play Rook, who is my character. She is she, her, I am she, her, and she's a high elf, half drow, awesome guitarist, and I am not, although I have tried. Jim.
Hey everybody, my name is Jim, or JM, he, him, just like my character Eldaris, the Kalistar sorcerer cleric who moonlights as a therapist for all your emotional support and world-ending needs. He is... I see confusion. He's a lot of fun to play, and it's a lot of fun to play for you, and that's all I got to say about that.
Go on, Butcher.
My turn?
Yep.
My name is Spencer. My character's name is Butcher. Both of our pronouns are he and him. I have a shoulder net cannon like a predator, and I'm ready to use it.
Alright, and I'm George, or GRRHero, he, him as well, and I'll be the game master for this episode of Denizens Social Paradox. Previously, in the morning, Eldaris and Rogue took Ibukari to the Chapel of Brilliance on C20. The prior there offered to restore part of Ibukari's mind for the money that they had, but it would be twice as expensive as they planned, with her intelligence reduced and her mind trapped in madness. He offered instead to restore her completely if the party eliminated one of the 3 marauder encampments west of Basetown. Butcher and Woodrow, meanwhile, had breakfast with villain Shevorg the Harsh, after she sent a messenger with an invitation to a meeting with Butcher and his representation, along with 2 tickets to the fights that next night. At the breakfast, they discussed Butcher's sponsorship at the Molotov Blitz, the fighting arena, that night, and decided that Sheborg the Harsh would co-sponsor Butcher in the fights with the Temple or the House of Strife, much to her dismay. Sheborg almost shot at Salem before Salem fled, making the 2 seem to have some history. And then everyone regrouped at Woodrow's shop, where the White Fister eventually came to collect his bicock, but in truth, he was apparently mind-controlled. He really came with a message for Eldaris to take him to his queen. Now we rejoin our heroes in the cock shop.
No fighting in here. You know better than that shit.
I do not believe he cares at the moment, judging from the walk and the glazed look in his eyes.
Ah, son of a bitch.
Who is this queen that you refer to?
Do you say that aloud or telepathically?
I'll say it telepathically. Sounds good.
Okay. Says, your perfect bride, who will continue the evolution of our kind.
I'm just gonna look at everyone like, yeah, something's in his fucking mind.
Rook just kind of smirks. You didn't tell me you were engaged.
This is all telepathic between the 2. Yeah, out loud, he's barely
he
forming.
said stuff about brides and stuff earlier out loud, didn't he? In the last one? He said that all telepathically?
Yeah, out loud, he can barely form monosyllabic words.
Cool. Well, I'll keep my snark to myself and just shoulder my battle axe and get ready.
Like, out loud, he says, I know fight.
Butcher is going to put 2 fingers to his temple and then just like think really hard about something that if somebody reads my mind, they'll find out.
Eldaris will say telepathically, "You've delivered your message. Now leave this place."
As you wish, my lord. Okay. And if no one stops him, he'll push himself up and turn and
Make a dex save.
leave. Oh, okay.
He's still on top of a puddle of grease, and I still haven't been
That's
paid.
Falls straight back down to his face.
Same
Doc,
thing.
what's the deal with this?
He's leaving.
Not without my money, or not with my money. Damn it! I put a little bit of time into that thing, and whatever he used to be owes me.
He's just slipping, trying to stand back up.
Eldaris will go to actually help him up and say, as he does, we'll just say, "And pay Mr. Woodrow what you owe him."
Hey,
Well, again, psychically.
Hey, Eldaris,
My
make a
lord, I
dex
do
save.
not know how much I owe him. This is not the mind of the body to which you see.
Does the body you see have credit card on him?
See him trying to pat himself down. He's covered in grease, so he's just slipping, trying to grab his...
Eldaris is
How-
holding him up and just trying to help him find it.
Yeah, he pulls out like this, his device, his cred stick or coin card. That's what I
Hands
call
it to Woodrow. Don't drain him or
He
else.
slips and it like pops up, but you catch it, you snatch it.
I'll take it.
Don't charge him too much before the gangs get involved. I'm not saying don't overcharge him. I'm saying don't charge him obscenely too much.
He doesn't look like he's in any shape to drive. Is he ever going to get his brain back?
Did he have one to begin with?
More than that.
Do what you want. I'm just not responsible for any gang wars.
All right, I'll pocket the...
I have brain.
And all the good it's doing you. I'll drop the grease trap. He can get up and leave now.
Okay. He takes him a half a minute to figure out how to kick the bike off of its stand and start rolling it out into your yard.
Yeah, I'll open the door for him and close it right behind him.
Mm-hmm. Eventually gets it started, and you hear it rev and then squeal and then a crash. It's not on your property. It's out in the street. Hit a lamp pole.
If he dies on the way back, he can't get a refund.
Still not the worst driver I've seen in this city.
That's a fact.
Some of them have license to operate cabs. Eldaris will say as he kind of just he starts he's muttering to himself, "Perfect bride, queen."
How much is on that cred stick?
Oh, I've given it up over to you, so you have it.
Yeah, I was asking GM. Because I just
600.
took his whole ass wallet. 600? Okay. Thank you.
Do I know anything he was referring to, or do I have a hunch about it?
You could roll an Arcana check, I think.
Okay.
Are you going to share with the class?
If I know, maybe.
That feels a little rude.
What? It says I got a 21, but the virtual tabletop was not found. Oh, because I didn't launch the game. That's why. Sorry, guys. 21.
No. Not necessarily.
You think about your childhood crush who you promised you would marry one day.
Okay, 21. You don't know specifically what this is, but you've certainly heard of various things, including brides or grooms or some sort of marriage bond to create some sort of magical pact. Some people use flesh golems that they create. Some people are just, they themselves have some willing sacrifice or something. Some sort of representation of the power.
People are allowed to date 3D printed golems? I love this world.
Oh god, don't give him ideas.
Never date robots, kids.
The bioroids.
As coming from a robot, that feels speciest.
Mostly robot. You still have some human parts. I'm gonna turn to the group and I'll just say, so I know none of you heard it, but I did. I was speaking through his mind. He said that he wanted me to meet my queen and that that she was the perfect bride to complete our species. His word, not mine.
Question for Woodrow. Is there a plate near me?
Like a dinner plate kind of thing?
Yeah.
Some disposables over there next to the coffee machine.
I throw that at Eldaris and yell Mazel Tov.
Opa.
I am not expecting any bride or queen.
That is no way to treat your future wife, but...
Well, from what I know, Mr. Butcher, that is not a wife that is in any way, shape, or form, and I emphasize those words in particular, someone who one should be marrying. These are usually done in arcane rituals and pacts. Think...
For the stream?
I'm sorry?
You said rituals as in, like, magical summoning, binding?
Rituals like that, as opposed to, and then they lived happily ever after.
Feel mutual. The sacrificial marriage.
He will, Eldaris will pick up, like, whatever he was drinking in the shop and be like, besides, I'm clearly not marriage material. Anyway. This is intriguing, peculiar, and very dangerous. It would be a lot safer, I think, if these creatures and their leader was after me simply to kill me. It doesn't sound like they are.
BTW, Rook, there is about 8 hours until you go on.
Cool.
I think. No, 6 hours. Sorry. I rolled 6 hours.
Yeah.
Woodrow, after this little bit of excitement, is going to sweep up a little bit from where I've got some space from getting that bike out of my shop, and then go back to working, I guess, probably another hour or two on the chainsword that I had started earlier that morning.
Absolutely.
Groovy.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do?
Just a note to the DM. I have, and I promise I did take notes about my opponents for the battle that is going to happen later. I'm currently not at the location of those notes, and I apologize profusely for my lack of preparedness.
It's okay.
I feel really bad because I had them and I was like, I'm so ready. I'm gonna come in. I had these little notes and stuff like that. I was like ready to fight these boys, and then like I'm 45 minutes away from my house.
And girls, Brawlrella is definitely a girl. It's the only one I remember. That Gobbledygook,
Yes, you have t-shirt.
Yeah, the one you have the t-shirt on.
Yeah, I think Rook has kind of settled down like on a surface somewhere in the shop, and is kind of practicing a little bit, but not like playing hard or anything, just kind of strumming. And she'll kind of like stop and like nudge Eldaris with the neck of her guitar and just, at least you're a good drinking buddy. And kind of gives him a smile, and then goes back to playing. And then she'll kind of notice the time and be like, who is anyone? Damn it, Butcher, I know you have your fights. I really hope, I don't know. I want to see you fight.
It'll be recorded, don't you worry.
That's fair.
I mean, you could get there after
Yeah.
your performance. So you would just be ready.
I was trying to remember which way it was, if he could make it to mine or if I can make it to his. But if I can make it to his, she'll be... I'm only going to do like one encore, because the people that like do one and then they go away and then they come back again, like you just ruin it when you start doing like 2-3 encores. It just gets old. But everyone expects the one encore. Everyone knows that it's going to happen. So I'll only do one, and then I'm totally coming to see your fight. So you better make it to the final rounds so I can actually see you fight. Got it?
Got it.
Good. I'm gonna have to head out soon. I hope that asshole didn't hit my bike.
I think he crashed away from the property, so I think you're fine.
Okay. I didn't pay attention. I just heard the crashing.
Eldaris sends out a quick text to his mentor, basically saying, "Here's what guess what just happened. What can you tell me, if anything?" And then is immediately going back to do some research on the different sectors to see if he could find any advantages, because we need to clear them out.
Yeah, your contact has absolutely no idea what it could mean.
Okay, that actually helps me. It tells me a lot, actually. So
Process of
everyone just
elimination.
basically, as Eldaris Warhammer 40K, as Eldaris's phone like pings, you can just see him like look at it. At first, kind of looked displeased, and I was like, "Okay," like nodding, like, "Yes, this is the correct name. This is the correct."
Around that time, Woodrow, you also get a message. It's from Aramis. He says, "Do you have time to discuss the project?"
Yeah, what's the project?
Well, he calls you because that's how he operates.
Yep.
He says, "Hey, what's up? So I was able to get these like old animatronic things. Do you remember? You're kind of old, right? You might remember Beaver's Baby. Do you remember like the animatronic animals that they had performing there?"
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Well, I was able to get a set of them. I really want to rework them and kind of to give Rook a solid band that's cheap.
You want to set her up there with a bunch of puppets?
Well, droids, essentially. They've got programming.
Are you looking for them to actually play instruments?
Yes. Yeah.
That's not going to be
Okay, I'm sorry. The creatures have eaten his brain because there's no way that my suave friend is this dumb.
If you want them to actually play the instruments, then it's not going to be cheap. If you want them to just stand there and look good while spouting recordings, then we can do that cheap.
No, they need to be able to play the instruments or appear to play the instruments and just have the track loaded in. I would prefer to play the instruments, but I want to, it has to be play the instruments. Rook wouldn't have it any other way. Just, yeah. And don't mention this to her.
Right on. You got a way to get them to the shop?
Yeah. I've got someone that has a truck. Yeah.
Cool. Drop them off tomorrow. I'll see what kind of condition they're in, and we'll go.
Sorry, it's not a truck. It's a heavy cock.
I bet it is. Yeah, get them to the shop. I'll take a look at them, see what kind of condition they're in. We'll go from there.
Okay.
Gonna be... How many of them are there?
3.
3? Alright. Gonna be...
a banjoist, a drummer, and a saxophone.
That's fine. Gonna be 100 cred just to bother me to waste the time to look at them, and then I'll let you know after that how much to actually get them up and running where you want them to be.
Surely you could do 50. I mean,
I'll do 80 if you'll bring me a pack of beer.
He says, all right. 2 seconds later, Rook, you get a message from Aramis. It says, hey, can you pick me up a pack of beer?
She just types back, no, I have a show to get ready for.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. I just... afterwards.
There'll be beer at the bar. And she puts the comm on silent and puts it away. What the fuck? No!
After a few minutes, Miss Rook, do you need to go back to your apartment for anything for your show?
Probably pick up some clothes so I don't have to illusion everything. It's really awkward walking out on stage in just illusory clothing. Yeah, it just makes you feel very exposed and things are going in places even though no one can tell they're going in places. Yeah, I probably should.
I will accompany you just to make sure everything is safe.
Okay.
I don't think it is wise for any of us to be alone or undefended. Not to say that you can't handle yourself, but you understand.
I appreciate that you covered all of your bases in that statement. She just kind of can't argue with that. Let's go.
See y'all after a while. And I'm steady tinkering.
Butcher, do you have any plans?
I would like to. So, I have a question. I've been in one of these fights before, correct? Would you tell me how the structure is? I mean, I'm assuming it's either a bracket system or a head-to-head versus everyone, or.
Absolutely. It is a bracket, and it's 2 losses, so there'll be 2 brackets eventually. There's the winners and the losers brackets, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 2 loss removable. You know that while it's not against the rules, it is taboo to kill your opponent in the first round.
Right.
Without them already having a loss.
Okay. And usually, how many rounds is it or how much time do you have between rounds?
15 minutes.
Okay. Even with multiple batches are going on at the same time.
No. I like in between rounds, like when a bracket finishes.
Okay.
But it goes fight to fight to fight to fight, and then 15 minutes, and then losers bracket, and then 15 minutes, and then winners bracket.
Okay.
And then if the final match is 2 matches, right? If someone goes in with no losses, there's a break, another 15-minute break before the very final.
Okay. So basically, it's a sloth. So if you get really injured in your first round, you just have to hold that injury through the entire match.
Well, you know that with your sponsorship usually comes healing. That's why the temple supports you. They can heal you.
Okay.
Or I guess that's not why they support you, but that's a bonus for having a temple as a sponsor.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have to prepare potions or a healer to come with you, or be a healer yourself, or so on and so forth.
Right.
And then it's also balancing your features and abilities and all that stuff.
Right.
When they use them.
My only other question about that then is, does the temple have an arms room, an armory, or somewhere where I could possibly get weapons, or do I need to purchase some of my own weapons before I head to the thing? Because I know I'm fighting a variety of different players, and I'd like to have more than just throwing my 2 hand axes as long range ability. So
absolutely, if you want to take a couple of hours and go to Sector B where the big temple is, you can. Absolutely. They have an armory, and as a sponsored fighter, you would get access to.
Sweet. Yeah, I just want to give myself opportunity. Not that I don't love my own longsword, but longswords aren't too great when it comes to hitting shit that's above me.
Okay.
Yeah, no. After doing research, I would definitely be considering how I'm fighting, and then be coming up with the different weapons that I want to pull from the armory, and then going ahead and heading that direction, so I can go ahead and get prepped and armored up.
Okay. You can still make Rook's concert with plenty of time.
So her concert's before, yes?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. I'll prepare my things and get them sent to my room, so that after I attend her concert, I can head straight there and grab my stuff before I go in the arena.
You probably have to leave halfway through the set, but yeah.
I think she'll forgive me.
And I'm just putting around sidekicking with him while he's running errands.
Okay. And Eldaris, I remember last time you were doing some research on the Marauder encampments in Sector B.
Yep.
And Sector G? Oh, no, H. Yeah. B and H. Okay. So you know that Sector B became the new, or became the HUD, like the center of the city after Sector A fell, or was destroyed by the original Tower of the Soul when it fell from the Palace's island that hovers over the city. Anyway, it fell on Sector A, destroyed Sector A. Sector B became the center of the city until Sector C started getting built up, and now they're both kind of even, right? But the thing is that Sector B has a lot more of the arcologies, like the larger based structures, either pyramidal or sometimes domed. Regardless, they're meant to house millions of people that are all part of the same guild. and where was I going with that? With there being their facilities going all the way to the ground floor, they have a lot more ground-based security. So although there are in the southern section of it the Marauder encampments, they do not try to attack Sector V often. They focus mostly on Sector C for attacks because Basetown does not have hard borders, and there are more ruins between Basetown and the northern slum towns, the smaller ones, where they can raid more easily and disappear easily in the ruins. And the ones in Sector H are mainly scavengers. They will perform ancient kind of magic rituals, archaic really, to bind themselves to old technologies they find. And they're kind of like a I don't know how to describe them, but they're pretty gruesome as they bind with these things without any sort of surgery or anything to properly place it. It just kind of expands their body where it needs to for the implants through these rituals.
To know.
Oh, and of course, you would also find that the Bear Syndicate has a not necessarily a bounty, but they're definitely looking favorable on anyone that brings back Marauder heads to them for the attack on the Grove Opal.
Good to know when we plan our attack as to which sector we want to clear out and want to take care of.
They've also been known to attack all of the territories in Basetown along the edges because there are no walls or guard lines or outposts or anything. They can just disappear into the ruins and then appear from the ruins whenever they need to raid it. On the edge of it, I mean.
Eldaris would be actually doing what I'm doing, just writing this down in a little notebook.
That's fair.
He's do not.
It's more like copy paste, probably.
Yeah, probably like that. He would just have like a very old, like kind of format device because he's a little old fashioned.
Actually, has a stylus.
Yeah, just like using the stylus. Like yes.
Herc's just like watching him like, why do you act so old? You're not old. Are you old?
He would look at her. Kalishtars have a connection to our ancestors.
And that means you use old technology.
Oh, this? He like holds the stylus. I just like how it feels when I write.
Oh, it's a tactile thing. Okay.
You kind of make sure Butcher's not listening. And then goes, when you lose unwillingly, sensation in the other one becomes more important. At least that's what I found.
She literally looks like me right now, like really resisting saying something about feeling sensations and things. And just kind of...
Others should be like, go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
it's okay. I'm gonna save it.
You sure?
Oh, I'm gonna save that one. Yeah. It's too easy.
As opposed to something being hard. And Eldar's will go back to writing down some notes.
She giggles and leans back in the couch or wherever she's sitting and just starts playing again. Probably gonna need to leave in about 20, so wrap up all the writing.
I can save it once I'm done. Then you just hear him
Does
go.
it save to the cloud or hard memory?
He just gives you a look. And smiles. Hard memory. Not because I'm against the cloud, mind you. I just have sensitive information and sensitive documents. So I'm used to saving everything on hard memory. I don't want anyone hacking my files.
That's fair. That's actually smart. I guess that would be a benefit of old tech.
Old tech has several advantages that new tech simply can't compare. There is something to be said with ease of access and ease of use with new technology, which is what the design is primarily focused on. That being said, it lacks the certain security measures that older tech enforces against. Something's easier to use, it's easier for everybody to use.
Yeah, it's fair.
And you
Carry on.
and you just see him like tap something with his stylus as it like takes seconds to like unfreeze, and he's like, "No, I do not want to know about the latest recipes for banana bread." And he'll like mutter to himself as he like closes a pop-up and continues
She
reading.
goes, oh, I remember pop-ups.
They're still just as annoying.
They were annoying back then, too.
And then you seem like have like a realization moment, like, "Oh, wait a minute. Of course, that's right." And then he smiles and says, "You were able to experience the new technology when it came out."
She just kind of like pats the top, like the pointed tip of her ear.
It's like Alert's like, no, you were able to use new technology whenever you wanted. I wasn't. A small reminder of where I spent my childhood. And actually all of it.
She looks really confused and goes back to playing her guitar like, what?
Didn't I, out of game, didn't I tell everyone that I was a sorcerer? Or
I don't know that she would connect, like,
okay.
what that means about, like, where you spent your childhood, though. Like, because she's not one, so she doesn't know, like, how that all goes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Just
She
go
just
back.
looks really confused, like, we didn't talk about his childhood yet. I have no idea what that means.
This isn't a therapy. I'm the one who conducts the therapy sessions.
Tell me more about how that made you feel.
Kind of looks at his left side. You know, I always felt like part of me is missing. And then
Just rolls her eyes, like, I'm not even laughing at that one.
So y'all are getting ready for the show?
Yep.
All right, Butcher's gotten armed up. What kind of weapons did you get, Butcher?
I was gonna ask, do they have any firearms here?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Is there a limit? Like, I'm assuming I can change what weapons I want to actually bring into the battlefield, or because I mean, like, it's not that it's a big deal. I'm a pretty big guy. I can carry whatever I want in there. But okay. So, if that's the case, I was gonna ask, what weapons are available when it comes to guns? Then, because I would like to bring in a ranged weapon, and I cannot see Butcher accurately and effectively using a bow. Though he is qualified. So I just didn't want to grab something from the list of ranged weapons and then you'd be like, oh, not that one.
No, they're the Temple of War. They have everything. They're literally an arms manufacturer.
Sweet. The one I was looking at was the laser pistol, but that is... You okay with that one?
Go for it.
Sweet. If that's the case, aside from my trusty longsword, I'm going to be grabbing a maul, a pike, and the laser pistol.
Gotcha. And then for Woodrow, of course, has been working on his that chainsaw sword. Got a good day's work in. Just a few more. Then I guess, we fast forward to the show. Your performance is at 10. What time do y'all want to start arriving? The club opens at 6.
I think, unless anything like holds us up or whatever, probably get there, I don't know, like 3 hours early just to like get her shit together, relax, catch the opening act, mingle if she needs to. That kind of a deal.
Anyone else?
I imagine me and the other old man are getting there for the early bird specials.
I'd be with Rook, so kind of acting, just like helping her out and just keeping an eye to make sure nothing's gonna like mess with her.
She's sitting there like showing you the different instruments that she's played, like basically minor illusioning them into her hands as she explains each one. And I would assume at some point you stop her because it begins to get annoying, because she like just starts going through them, and given her age and how long she has practiced many different musical arts, there's a lot.
You'd be surprised. The good therapist is nodding along very intently.
He's going therapist on me, not friend. I see.
What are you talking about? I'm just listening intently to a friend's passions and interests.
But yeah, so she'd probably go through about 20 different instruments before she like stops and just kind of goes, how much of this have you actually retained?
You lost me at the Elven exclusive instruments. I haven't heard many of those before, but for the ones I've seen, it's fascinating, actually.
So 6th one in, got it. She just kind of goes, do you like a drink?
I'll buy. He gets up and he's like, oh, you like yours flat.
Yes, please.
I'll see what we can do. And he thinks for a second. Is it better?
I think so. The fizzy's just weird to me.
Interesting.
Consider it my version of a stylus. I like the old versus the new.
Very good. Eldaris will go up to the bar and order her flat whiskey drink, and he will order himself a nice cup of tea.
She just mutters as he walks away, the day they carbonated whiskey is the day everything died.
think she's going to hold that one against you for a while, George.
Kill my character? No problem.
Yeah, nah, but don't carbonate the whiskey of a whiskey aficionado.
Whenever me and Butcher get there, I'm going to hang around the parking lot and check for tailgaters again.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So Rook and Eldaris, you're hanging out. You can see Eldaris. You see the gray gentleman without his uniform at the far end of the bar. He gives you only the slightest acknowledgement of a tilt of the head. Who? Sorry, forgot the NPC web. Okay. You do not know any of them. Neither of you do. Okay. Anyway, but you also see awkwardly standing and kind of pacing away from the bathrooms, but also away from the full tables. As you see, even early on, it is packed. The recruiter from the tavern, Denon Balin, pacing around, and Dio is, I'm going to put him down here, talking with the pianist down here as the Hollow Band plays a open license song from 300 years ago.
One of Eldaris' favorites. Eldaris will...
Also, just quick, Van Buren, the owner of the bar, and both the human man and the orc woman that work the bar are all working as they appear slammed.
As Eldaris sees the Grey Gentleman, he's just going to send a message telepathically. Here for pleasure?
Never.
And just like he just like as he's waiting for his drink, he just smiles and just goes, "It was you who told me to enjoy my life some days." And
doesn't mean I have to. One of the Wild Riders will be like, "Hey, is that Rook? Hey, Rook, come on, come over here and drink."
Rook just gives them like an eye, like, motherfucker, one of you assholes tried to choke me out last night.
Yeah, he's not here tonight.
No, his head exploded.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
He's not lying. He's not here tonight.
I was thinking the Dragonborn from earlier. Sorry.
As they call him over, Eldaris will make his way back to Rook and just, place her drink in front of her as he sits at her table. It kind of raises his tea glass to the Wild Riders, almost to say like, "Sorry, boys."
She'll kind of cheers with her glass and just kind of give him a wave and does not go to hang out with them at the moment.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless they come over, she's not gonna like send them away, but she's not gonna actually go over to their area.
They're just waving you over, but you're cordial enough, and that's fine.
Oh yeah.
You do notice a couple of them are up at the bar talking to Van Buren, kind of quietly.
Yeah, she'll kind of basically kind of keep her eye on like what's going on around. Like she, gives the impression of just being like laid back and relaxed, but she's checking out clocking where people are at and what people are doing with everything that's gone on lately. She's kind of got a little bit more of an edge to her as far as not necessarily actually relaxing.
Can Eldaris notice her disposition?
Yeah. You're a psychologist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eldaris just gonna say, try to relax a little bit. We have the entire crew here and we have more eyes watching than you think.
She kind of like looks around, like not seeing Butcher or Woodrow there because they're out tailgating.
We decided to play darts.
Okay, so Butcher came in, Woodrow's tailgating. She just goes, okay. And she'll, like, there's like a visible, like, her shoulders kind of release a little more.
Just so you know, Butcher has already got his weapon, so he has strapped to his back two very large weapons, a gun at his hip, and he already has, like... so, like, he just needs to throw in darts. Like.
Well, Woodrow, go ahead and roll your perception check as you check for tag-alongs. Hello?
Woodrow, roll perception.
Oh, I thought you said Butcher. My bad.
Oh, I'm sorry. I may have. I meant Woodrow, though.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yay, first roll of the night, and it was shit.
Woo!
You do not notice any tag-alongs. Butcher's the first one in, but only shortly followed by Woodrow. And the four of you are there. Oh, also Salem. Forgot.
Kitty. I think Rook will kind of wave y'all over.
Good crowd
Yeah, Rook will
tonight.
wave the two of them over. Yeah? Not bad. Just trying to keep an eye out on things.
Word
Fair
of
enough.
your town has spread far and wide.
Yeah, well, I did pretty well last night.
My apologies again for not attending.
No, it's fine. Hey, you're here tonight. It'll be fine.
One of the Wild Riders, after they finish talking to Van Buren, will see you all and be like, "Hey, Rook, do you need a table or something?" He'll go over to one of the tables and start shooing the commoners. And they're like, "Yeah, enjoy."
Oh, thanks. She'll kind of lead everybody over to the now cleared off table.
I must feel bad about all that gray matter on your dress yesterday.
You know, if it hadn't been illusory clothing, no. No. I gotta suppress the digitation because I don't think that was going to come out in the wash.
I mean, it was partly my fault, I suppose, that someone's brain exploded, so... They
You
were
weren't even
looking,
here. How is it your fault?
They were looking for me.
Yeah, well, I could have said something, and then their head wouldn't have exploded on me, but I chose not to.
I appreciate that.
It was weird acting like I didn't know who the hell you were. I'm usually really good at lying. Felt strange. I don't like that.
Butcher, you notice that Gage and her new girlfriend Naomi are in the corner at the cashier station at the bar.
I immediately stand up and do the most embarrassing uncle wave of all time. Ruth's got it.
It's the full arm motion, whole body into it wave with a big smile. Brooke's just like...
Eldaris, adjusts his glasses I saw that, right?
Gage gives you a half smile, half wave, head bow away.
Uses her hair to cover her eyes.
Yeah, I just not trying to yell over the entire ball. I just send her come over when she gets the chance, and then I'll sit back down.
It just kind of goes.
Naomi gave you a polite wave, but neither of them come over to you.
Oh,
Someone's you know?
Yeah, my
that's a sidekick.
yeah, sidekick works. Way smarter than me, but got her out of a bad situation a while ago, and now she owes me, so I get to embarrass her whenever I want.
I kind of nudge.
I think
Rook.
you did a good job.
I kind of nudge Rook. She's the one that put the sound file in his rage button.
What now?
She's the one that put the sound file in his rage button.
Got it.
Yeah, hopefully she'll come. I'm sure she's here to see you. Otherwise, she would. I'm going to make fun of her for not being at my fight. But it's very good to see her. She's been extremely busy recently, and she's got a new booth thing over there.
Well, all right. I didn't really take you for one for having a soft spot for many people.
Oh, I need to have somebody to murder for.
That is perhaps the most wholesome, charming, and horrifying thing I've heard today.
Yeah.
Don't come to the fight. I'm going to say much worse.
Oh, I've been to them. Did I ever tell you the story when I made a tidy bit of money off of one of them?
Did you
If
fight?
Don't tell me that story.
Oh, I don't fight, but back when I was more acquainted with the underground, I gambled. And I proceeded to win a fairly good sum. Of course, me and Ibukari blew all of it here in about 5 hours.
Matt, Rook just looks like she's starting to do math in her head. Like, yeah, checks out.
I remind again that back in the day, I was a legendary drinker.
I'm gonna slip something in your tea one day and see what happens.
That feels illegal. Also, can I do something?
I like that he just glosses over that fact and just keeps going. Brooke's just like,
I want to wave the bartender over really quickly. Or whoever's willing to take my order.
Van Buren will walk over as he doesn't appear busy at the moment.
Yeah. What is the most eye-catching drink that you have?
Oh, I tell you, it's gotta be the Passion Bell Sweeney Todd.
Passion Bell Sweet Todd. That sounds fantastic.
is
And
that
how
the one
much
with
is
the
it?
umbrella and the little illusory sparklers that make all the noise and stuff in it?
The one that he had the first time?
No, this one's made with, well, we use passion bells, but it's a bit of an illusion to make them look like they're like in blood.
I love that so much. How much is one going to run me?
About 5 gold.
5 gold? Perfect. And then I'm going to point out Gage and you say, you see that girl there? Pigtails, red hair?
Mm-hmm.
1 for her. And I'm going to transfer the credits over to him.
Thank you.
No.
Right to it.
Thank you.
He'll go back and start making her a drink and then send it over and say it's from you. And she gets embarrassed but nods and thanks you.
Yeah, no, just a small chuckle for me and then go back to the conversation.
I would, if you want, I can, shift my position a little bit so she could see who you're sitting with. I think if you want her to come over to talk to you and seeing Rook here, that would
Oh
definitely.
no, it's gonna be even better when I get up, or when she gets up to get on stage, and then realize that she could have talked to her if she would have been a good stepdaughter.
And Eldoris just has this quiet look of just like, I'm impressed by that deviousness.
I have had years of practice making her hate loving me. It's a skill at this point.
Fantastic.
All right. Yeah. Y'all have a bit of drinks and fun conversations, and then everything readies as Dio takes the stage. Begins to perform.
I give a particularly nice round of applause for my friend Dio.
Yeah, Rick does too.
Yep, he again kills it, just as consistent and badass as always for his performance. And y'all sitting close to Danon can clearly see him typing something out on his device. And recording occasionally as well. You're surprised though Aramis isn't here. He seemed not. I mean, he's definitely representing you, but also he seemed to be representing Dio last night.
Yeah, I think Rook will note, kind of clocking that he's not here yet. She'll take out her comm and just shoot him up a text. Be like, "Where are you at? You coming to the show?"
A moment later, you get a text that doesn't quite make sense, as it says, "I ban Mary. I ban Mary Voluptuous. I ban Mary Voluptuous."
Just kind of looks at it. Like, even with the languages she knows and the codes that she knows, she just sends back a whole lot of question marks. What?
There is not another reply at the moment, anyway.
If any of you guys see when Aramis comes in, just like make sure he doesn't have a fever or something, and she'll like show them the text, be like, does this make sense to anyone? Am I missing something?
I ban Mary Voluptuous?
Yeah.
How is Mary spelled?
Merry.
Oh, Mary.
Yeah, still only heard about one other wedding today.
I was going to say, I hope his mind is intact.
Oh, joy.
We'll keep a lookout.
Through the rest of Dio's set, can I just get a good eyeball on all the Wild Riders and see if any of them are acting dumb, suspicious, or similar to the other people who keep showing up with only half a brain?
Roll an insight check.
I can definitely do
I
that.
thought we already all had half brains. That's why we splattered one of them.
12.
It doesn't appear so. They all seem to be jovial and having fun and, joking around, bantering with each other.
Cool.
During Dio's set, a figure walks in, tall, female trident with a powerful build and a third arm growing out of her right shoulder blade and up over her arm.
I'm in love.
You all know her as Camnus, the leader of the Wild Riders. And people get a bit quiet, including the Wild Riders, before they cheer and welcome her. And she cheers, goes up to the bar, takes a drink from someone. Gage. She takes Gage's really fancy drink. And begins to drink it as she walks by. As she approaches, she recognizes Rook and says, "Oh, hey, I'm here to see you. I heard you were quite the performer last night."
Thank you. It's an honor to have you here for my show.
Of course. I would like to get with you afterwards, maybe talk about a tour of facilities in the territory.
She looks really confused. What?
Like various bars, venues.
Oh. Normally
Sorry,
that's something that Aramis would handle.
Who's Aramis?
One of my friends. We'll talk after.
We will.
When she finishes talking to Rook, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to say, I'd love to buy you a drink. However, I'd appreciate it if you didn't take my friends, and I'm going to reach for the one in her hand that she just took.
She will try to grab your wrist. Roll a athletics or acrobatics.
Alrighty. That's terrible. That's an 11.
Huh?
That is a terrible 11.
Okay, yeah, she got a 22. She grabs your wrist and stops you and says, "The only reason you will continue to breathe is because you're here with our star. Do not attempt to touch what belongs to me."
I'm gonna Butcher's gonna get an absolute shit-eating grin on his face and say, "I would absolutely love to tussle some time over what's mine."
Can I attempt to hide under the table?
What my friend was suggesting.
Oh, she knows what I'm suggesting, Doc. Don't you worry.
Oh, well, perhaps to be amicable, considering we're all here for performance not related to fighting, perhaps I can offer to buy you a drink. So you can return that one that is purely your own. Anything you'd like at the bar.
At least one of you is reasonable. And she says, "Yes, of course. Have drinks brought to the VIP lounge." Rook, would you care to join us?
She'll kind of check the time and be like, I am going to go back and start getting ready for my set since Dio's finishing up soon. Apologies that I'll have to miss that opportunity.
Very well. I look forward to your performance. And she'll set the empty cup down. She'll finish it and then set it down in front of you, Butcher, and then walk to the VIP.
As she's walking, I'm going to dust my jacket and say, "A shame. I thought somebody who commanded such respect would be worth my time," and begin to walk towards the door.
Butcher will hear in his head, "They who command respect are rarely deserving of it."
Rook's just going to lean over to Woodrow and just go, "Please don't let them get their asses kicked while I'm performing."
Side note, that was all psychic.
No, she was still going to say that about Butch.
Scrunched down in my chair. I'm like...
Yeah, she's just like...
Fuck. I will reach over, slap Butcher on the thigh, and say, "Come on, I'll buy you and your sidekick around."
Yeah, it didn't appear like Camnus heard you. Dio's playing too loud. There's
Yeah.
too much noise, and she just drank a whole drink, so her got a bit of
She
a
just
blood
chugs
pumping.
an alcoholic beverage.
Mhm.
That always goes well.
But I will attempt to lead Butcher to the bar.
Eldaris at one point will call Van Buren over just to be like, how many people are in the VIP room waiting for drinks?
Where did he put his? Oh, there it is. It says there's Candace and 3 of her Wild Rider.
Bring them 4 of the good stuff, and give yourself a decent tip. Put it on me, and he'll smile.
Hey, all right.
I'm gonna let Woodrow bring me to the bar, but I am going to pull one of my daggers out and also pull out just a piece of leather and start carving onto it.
Okay. So Eldarius, that'd be like 10 gold.
Yeah, that's fine. And to Butcher, listen, normally down for a good show. Love to see the 2 of y'all go at it, but you got a show tonight. Rook's about to go on. Just bad timing. That's all it is.
I know, I haven't flirted in so long, I'm rusty, but don't worry. She'll come around. And I'm sure she's gonna see me continuing to dig the knife into the leather, carving something in.
Anyway, here's our drinks. You want to introduce me to the kid?
Absolutely.
As y'all walk over to Gage and Naomi, Dio's set comes to an end, and the place goes into a loud applause as the hollow bandmates start to multiply with various instruments, and there's like a hologram illusion of T-1 minute or whatever, a countdown to Rook's performance as they play.
Rook,
sorry.
you feel Dora crawl up your leg and to your shoulder.
Skill looks at Dora like, is that a good ride for you?
She just kind of flattens out and hugs your shoulder, so it's just a little less auspicious.
Like, really tickled. She'll kind of like look over to wherever Woodrow is and just kind of nod if he's looking that way. And then she'll continue on to the back to get ready and cast her outfit for the evening, or at least her first outfit and everything else. So,
You said it was like T-1 minute for her?
Mm-hmm.
I think guidance lasts for 10.
Only for about a minute.
Oh, about a minute.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
what Dora's on her shoulder for.
I was gonna say Eldaris would have cast it as she goes upstairs, but if you got it, you got it. Eldaris will just like kind of like make sure all her stuff is where he now knows, because she's told him about it in detail, where it needs to be.
she had downtime. She explained things.
Complete with another flat drink by her mic stand or whatever. And then he'll go back to his seat and just keep an eye out for Aramis or anyone else who wants to be suspicious or anything like that.
Okay. And in that lull, Butcher, you introduce Woodrow to the kids?
Yeah, absolutely. I go, sorry to interrupt the night. I just wanted to introduce you to one of my friends really quick. And I will say, Gage, Woodrow, Gage.
I'll set the drink down and offer a hand.
She takes it with a suspicious look in her eyes, and she shakes it and says, Woodrow? Woodrow? Oh. Okay. I thought it was another Woodrow. I'm sorry. And oh, this is Naomi. Oh, hi. She gives a polite wave, and then a soft shake.
I just want to apologize for, not doing what I've done every other time someone's attempted to mess with you. I've been told to be on my best behavior tonight.
And say best behavior.
I don't expect you to fight a villain.
I've got worse to fight later on tonight.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'll be at the arena. I'm sure you'll catch it later on. It'll be alright.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll find a stream of it somewhere.
You got it.
Leave of it.
By the way, you were here for Dio or for Rook?
Oh, both.
Oh? If after the show, I'm sure Rook would love to talk to you. If you didn't notice the embarrassing wave, the person sitting next to me was the one going up on stage.
Was what? Sorry?
The whole embarrassing wave. Yeah, I was trying to get you to come meet her.
Oh.
I love that he's just trying to be the cool uncle.
I'm here with someone, But sure.
No, I'm trying to make you look cool. I don't know, whatever. Well, Naomi, it was a pleasure seeing you.
It's nice seeing you.
Yeah, I hope one of these times you're able to come watch one of my performances. But until then, you guys enjoy yourself. And Gage, don't forget, I still owe you later on, so come by and I have that gift for you.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, you guys enjoy yourself. If you need anything, holler.
What? What'd you say?
I said, and I'm going to be leaving halfway through, but if you need anything, let me know.
She says, okay, I will.
And I'm going to leave her alone after trying to look really cool.
Woodrow say, it was good to get to meet you, kid, and whenever you get a chance, I need a copy of that track in his chest.
Okay.
Y'all have a good one. And I'll head off with Butcher.
Okay. You can hear her be like, no, I thought it was the guy that was working on with the door and all that.
As we're walking back, I'm gonna say to Woodrow, I think that she could really learn a lot from you if you ever need some helping hands.
Yeah, I mean, I could use some hands around the shop once in a while. She's, looking for a side gig or something. It's been a long time since I've had, a dedicated assistant or anything.
Oh, if she doesn't earn her keep, then she doesn't. But I'd like to see her get back into working on, actual projects. And she's brilliant, man. She makes me look like a dumbass sometimes. I'd hate to see her squander that talent.
Yeah. I mean, most everything nowadays is just, bicocks and shit, but I don't know. I got a project I'm working on. She's smart as you think she is. Might be able to get her into some trouble.
At that moment, Rook, your set starts. What do you open with?
I think she's gonna open with it's one of those songs that starts off very melodic, almost sounds like very ancient piano playing, and then it begins to lead into a crescendoing bass line that then just hits really hard to kind of give that dramatic entrance. And she comes out and she's gonna cast silent image for her kind of stage stuff going on, along with basically wearing it looks like she is in all like black but dragon scale blue kind of leathers. And they're just like torn and slashed at different places, with like pieces hanging down at some parts. And they're sleeveless, because of course. And she's got on like these tall kind of high heel boots.
Awesome. So yeah, at that moment you're interrupted by Rock Goddess. Rook. And you have everyone's attention except for the man that was sitting at the end of the bar. He walks over to sit with your companions without saying anything to anyone at the table. Dio also makes his way over the corner to talk to Denon. But your concert is going off. Everyone's paying attention. Camnus is standing in the doorway of the VIP area, and you can see the hollow table behind it playing what looks like a close-up 3D hologram of you performing. And yeah, you are rocking out, and as you do, you notice, since you're basically the only one looking in that direction, that a lizard man in a fine suit that 10 years ago was fine, right? It's a nice suit now, along with a fully armored police force officer walk in. And they go over to the bar, of course.
Yeah, she clocks it and kind of like takes in as much as she can while she's playing. Like she makes sure that she's focused on what she's doing.
Mm-hmm. Van Buren goes over to talk to them. Everyone at the table, Butcher, Eldaris, Woodrow, and your new companion, which, Eldaris, will you give us a little description of Ronson?
I'd be happy to. He's an older human male, gray hair, clean shaven, very meticulous with his attire, very neat, professional looking.
Gray suit, right?
Yes, all in gray. You can, if you're perspective, you can kind of see that there's a little twinkle in his eye, belying his serious expression. Definitely somebody who, if you just like see him, looks stern and maybe even a little cold, but not entirely uninviting. There's something about him that just seems to attract a person to feel safe around him. Like I said, definitely, you know, you could see a couple of wrinkles in his face from age. If you look close enough, you could see the his religious symbol somewhere prominent where he would identify himself.
He definitely takes note of the police officer and lizard man.
Would he be sitting next to Eldaris?
Yeah, he just came and sit down.
Okay.
Or sat down.
If the rest of the group is even bother paying attention, when he comes over, Eldaris will make room for him.
I'll definitely eyeball him and then stand up in my seat so I can see over him.
Oh, I apologize. Would you like to switch places?
Yeah, you want to switch places real quick? Honestly, it was bad enough with the Wild Riders in front of us.
Okay. After Rook's song, it appears that the lizard man and police officer are looking over at your table and at Rook. Indigo. I think, they come over to talk to you, Rook. Where are you going after this big epic instrumental?
I mean, I figure that's just my first song, so I've got others. So she's just like staying up on stage.
Oh, I know that. I was just wondering, like, what kind of song you go into.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said where you were going, and I'm like,
I did, but I meant like musically. But...
like, nowhere. Probably gonna go through about two more, more energetic, kind of the harder hitting songs. Bring it back down with a slower one again, and then kick up to her usual two finishers. At the end.
Okay. And with Aramis not there, do you perform the cover?
I do not.
Okay.
I usually do that to placate Aramis. I think instead of the cover, actually, because the cover that she plays is usually that one that's like the more chill, she'll play one of the ones that she's been practicing, kind of an amped up version of one of the ones that she plays when she is not herself at the other bars. So an original and a new one, just to test it out, since she has a good audience at this point.
Oh yeah. Roll your performance check.
With guidance.
What's guidance?
D4.
D4.
Okay. Nice. 17 plus things. 23.
Wow. Yeah, everyone is up on their feet, just headbanging when needed or just swaying.
Sweet.
Yeah, the place is rocking. Meanwhile, this lizard man and police officer have made their way up to Butcher, Eldaris, Woodrow, and Roshan's table.
Knowing that there are more people looking, like, coming up to us, I'm going to actually break my attention from the concert and just look at them. Can we help?
Hey, yeah, I'm sorry. This table's full. You guys are going to have to find somewhere else to sit.
I won't be long. Just have a couple questions if you got time.
And possible chance it could wait until after the performance.
Certainly. I'll be over by the bar.
Thank you.
And he'll back off and let the performance finish.
Okay.
Question, don't I have to leave halfway through the performance to make my fight?
Yep.
So, about just as like I know I'm about to get going, I'm going to put that piece of leather, like I'm going to take my dagger and pierce it through that piece of leather. And I'm going to walk to the Wild Rider's table and then just stab it in the center. What it's going to say is Butcher and then my contact number at the end. And I'm just going to look, whichever one looks at me in the eye, and just be like, that's for your boss.
What a
Roll an
pickup
intimidation
line.
check.
Alrighty. $17.
Okay. You will notice by this point, Van Buren, after speaking with the cop and lizard man, has gone over to Camness and whispered something to her and then gone back behind the bar. She has gone back into the VIP and you have not seen her since. You do this and they're... Oh, you said 16?
17.
Oh, 17, okay. one of them will grab it and say, like, she has time for your weakling ass. But it's more like, screaming over the music.
How about you let your boss make the decisions, weakling?
She will. And he'll kind of pocket it.
And after just waving over at Rook and giving her a smile, I'm going to start heading towards the door.
Okay.
I'm hop down and follow him out. See how far we get.
Okay.
Could I head them off at the door, just kind of try to meet them outside?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, come on, coppers. Too loud in here.
Your second there, Inspector, wants to follow you.
I'll just pat him on the shoulder and be like, I got this. You keep an eye on the ones in here.
Okay.
As I catch them outside, as the lizard folk man comes up to them, he goes, "Hey, I hope I didn't spoil the show for you. Where you headed off to?"
To the arena. I've got some fights to do tonight.
Best of luck in that. Just a quick question, though. Were the two of you here about 3 nights ago? There was some kind of an incident. It was 3 nights ago, correct, George? Yeah. There was a bit of an incident involving some sort of magic during a performance. We had a couple people die.
Oh, that one where the performer went crazy, huh?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the sibilant S's or something.
Whatever it is. The important thing is we had some contraband go missing from the scene, and we're trying to track it down. You wouldn't know anything about that? This, if you got to go to your arena, you can go to your arena, but he'll hesitate for a moment, see kind of what Butcher's doing.
Yeah, I'm looking at Woodrow and literally furrowing my brows, trying to see if I remember.
Contraband, like dope or something?
No,
I
nothing.
See him passing any puffers.
Okay, I know what goes on in this bar. I'm just saying, she had a relic of some kind. We know that she had it when she was performing. When we recovered her body, it wasn't on it. It was some kind of skull, maybe of a snake. Does that sound familiar to you at all? It seems you were some of the people that intervened in the incident.
I'll say this: I'm pretty sure her magic got to me as well. My memory of that is foggy, to say the best. All I know is in the confusion, I didn't grab it.
Okay. Well, I mean, memories get foggy all the time. Just hoping maybe we can get a little bit of clarity.
Hell, I spent most of the time under a table. And my bar fighting days are long gone.
Well,
I did shoot one behind the bar, though.
Okay.
He went after the bartender, so yeah, I wasn't going to let him just go after the man who gives me my drinks.
I can respect that. But, just my understanding is when people were in danger, you guys jumped in. As long as whatever this is out there, people could still be in danger, and I'm just trying to track it down. So any information you have about that night, about what happened, got a lot of conflicting reports, but...
Well, I mean, you got to think about what part of town you're in. I mean, you got multiple different people heading up this place.
Yeah.
It's mostly wild riders around here. But yeah, man, if, we need to scoot, but you got some contact, we can hit you up later.
Yeah, and I'll give them my my contact number and my name. It says Inspector Sergeant Ruskiddish of the Knights of Cyclonstrom. And do you have a name?
Woodrow.
You can call me
Woodrow.
Willis Slicked.
Okay. And you see he kind of narrows his eyes just a little bit at that, and he looks over at Butcher and he goes, "And you are?"
Go by Butcher. Last name Wilhelm. I'm sure you'll find me. I'm on a couple of your reports.
Then we might run into each other again. And he'll leave basically he'll leave each of them like a contact card, basically with his name, title, all that stuff, contact information. And he goes, "If anything jogs your memory, you can talk to me."
Hey, you don't know what's going on down at the Grove Opal, do you? Like, they gonna reopen anytime soon?
I can't speak about ongoing investigations, unfortunately, but
okay, that's good enough. Shit's still going on. That's fine. That's fine.
All right, you have a lovely evening, or unlovely, as the case may be. He kind of waves at Butcher.
I appreciate it. Feel free to come on down to the arena.
Not my scene.
Yeah, violence isn't for everybody.
Be safe, Inspector.
You as well, Woodrow. And he'll head back in.
Yeah, after he's out of earshot, I'm gonna lean to Woodrow and be like, "Who put our names on a report?"
Doesn't matter. It's not like it was my name anyway. Let's go.
I just don't like people talking about me. All right.
How the hell are you gonna build up a following in these fights if you ain't got people talking about you? You want people talking about you, especially the damn cops. Oh, we had to take him down, took 5 of us, blah, 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 and I'm talk cock shit as we head off.
Oh, to the arena. By the way, on the way there, DM, can I send a message to Axton, seeing if he knows anything about this Inspector Sergeant, seeing if he's heard anything about him?
Sure.
I just know that the Sons have been working a little bit with the enforcement, so I wanted to see if he just any rundown on what this guy is or.
And this is Axton?
Yes.
Oh. Axton, right?
Yeah.
He's just Iddish? He's pretty washed up. Not much I can say. His career ended years ago when he challenged the brass about something.
Is he in
They
anyone's
shipped him
pocket?
down to base town. What'd you say, I'm sorry?
Is he in anyone's pocket yet?
Can't imagine the way he got in trouble with the brass.
Fair enough. Appreciate it.
Butcher, turn your vibrate off, dude.
Oh, sorry, man. It's the alarms for my other station. I try and turn them off, but they're freaking weird. They keep
He's just that excited for his match.
That's me. I'm buzzing with excitement.
Buzzing.
Okay, how do you two plan to
The fantastic public transportation system.
you'll definitely be late.
Yeah, no. I figured we'd either take. Well, no, he wouldn't fit on the bat. I guess he would. We'll just take a taxi cab.
Okay. It's late at night, going outside base town.
He's
Looking at
adding
about
up
100
fees.
gold.
Yeah, that's definitely prime time.
Yeah. You're looking at about 100 gold to get up to the 80, or the what is it, the 65th floor, I think.
Is it? Oof.
Split
If you're
it.
good, you'll make it back.
Split
If you're
it.
good, you'll make it.
Yeah, I'll split it with you.
Yeah, all right. Fuck, you better
I need to
win.
get this one broke.
Better earn some money at the arena.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Someone put some. I was gonna put bets on myself. I ain't got money to do it now.
I still got some to bet, but
Oh, it's
But
good.
that doesn't mean he's sharing it with you.
Yeah, right. No, I've got money coming my way after I fight, but I plan on winning anyways.
Okay. As they take off, we go back into the siren song with Inspector Sergeant Itish. Itish, you see that two other suspects are still at that or one other suspect is still at that table. Another one, or not suspect, person of interest. Another one is moved to the barn speaking with man. That would be Dio, the music bot, for lack of a better word. He's a warforged that specializes in music and performance. And then there's the psychologist, Eldaris. And then, of course, Rook, who is still performing.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna stay true to his word. He's just gonna pretty much hang out at the bar, keep his head on a swivel a bit, and just kind of sit there until the set is done.
Okay, Makiak is going to tell you, sir, I believe that no one here is personally responsible for it, but I will say that those two's mind, and he indicates Eldaris and the older man he's sitting with, they are both quite formidable. Fortified. Quite fortified.
Yeah, it's good to know. Don't go poking around their heads too much. You don't want to spook them.
I will try my best.
Yeah, we'll see. If they're willing to talk, they're willing to talk. If they're not, we can explore other avenues.
I understand. Sometimes it is hard to stop my mind from entering others. It is how my people communicate, most naturally.
What his eyes are kind of independently. Oh yeah, his eyes are kind of like independently moving, like a little chameleon thing, and one of them kind of like swivels over to the guy, and he goes, "You poke around in my head much?"
There is only sadness there. So.
Yeah, I know. And he kind of leans back on the bar and keeps drinking.
All right, and then we mash cut Sam Raimi style with a whole bunch of images of Rook and her concert rocking out until you're on the finale, not quite the encore yet. But as you're wrapping it up, the people are like, again. We've got coin. We'll give you everything. Keep going. Encores.
You are muted.
Of course I am. Yeah, she'll give her usual like bravado of finishing up her final song, and you guys have been great. Like, it's awesome playing here. I'm super excited that I've had this opportunity. Hopefully, I'll be coming back again. And she'll kind of do that thing that the performers do, where you exit the stage, and then like the lights dim, and then all of a sudden, like, stuff starts happening again. So she casts like another basically a combination of like minor illusion and silent image, and creates like all these like basically something that would be essentially an epileptic's hell. Just tons of flashing lights and tons of stuff going on. It's like a combination of that and then dancing lights and then all this other stuff. And then like the music begins to pick back up again for her to come out for her encore, which is just heavy energy, heavy bass, just metal all the way.
Oh, thank you. Unless you have better seat. Okay.
Sorry, what was it?
She got all prepped and did her, the exit and then the queue up for the encore and comes back out to do her final
everyone
song.
explodes.
Yeah. Yeah.
One man faints.
Hell yeah. That's metal. And she rocks it out to the end and then lets that final song be the final song.
Sorry about that. I thought I muted myself for a second.
Oh, good.
Okay. Tech's playing with Nero while he watches the stream. Okay. So you again, people start to offer you drinks and food. The Wild Riders are like, "Hey, we're having this big party at the end of the month. You got to play it." Still no Aramis. Aramis.
Yeah, she'll kind of make a face of the fact that she doesn't see Aramis anywhere. And then, but she'll, make her way out and kind of has changed back into street clothes or minor illusioned away the outfit or whatever she chose to do that day. And, just kind of has her guitar slung back over her back and makes her way out, kind of a little wary since, like, while she was up there, she, kind of saw the cops moving around. But, like, she just makes her way back out and links back up. I think she'll make her way to the VIP area first to say, to just have some talk, brief talk with, my tablet fell asleep. Camnus.
Oh, you're gonna go talk to her?
Yeah, because I essentially kind of feel like you come off the stage and that's like the first spot you can kind of duck into is the VIP area. So she just kind of hit that on her way through.
As you do not see Camnus anywhere there.
Okay, she basically just takes a walk through the VIP area, like. Okay.
Yeah, it's still got the hollow projection of your performance, kind of paused at like one of your big jumps and strikes, like Pete Townsend thing.
She kind of like examines it for a minute, like, I need to work on my form, and then she'll make her way out to her friends.
You almost see Eldaris like when you come up, like though he was like deep in thought, like, oh, it was a fabulous performance.
Yeah.
Yes, it was great.
Well, thank you.
Oh, this is a friend of mine, Rancian. Rancian, this is Rook.
Nice to meet you.
Talented musician, as you saw. So
yes, it's nice to meet you. I've heard about your performances. You're quite talented.
I hope it lived up to the talk.
Absolutely did.
The cop. He'll like whisper this to Rook. The cops are here. They want to talk to us about something. We're not sure what.
Yeah, y'all have commoners and wild riders buying y'all drinks and like circling the table again and all that.
Yeah, we're kind of like just gives a shrug, like I haven't done anything lately.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm assuming they'll come talk to us now. I asked to wait until your performance was done because. But perhaps I should call them over and let them know we're ready to talk and see what they want to talk about.
If you want.
Eldaros will nod. Instead of summoning them, the lower ranked one will just hear a voice in his head saying, I did say wait until after the concert. I'm perfectly willing to talk. And as he looks around, he could just see like Eldaros like waiting for him to come over.
I think that's the Gith, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll reply, apologies. Sometimes it's hard not to sometimes.
He'll hear in his head, Kalishtar, I understand the compulsion. Would you prefer at our table or somewhere more private?
In the VIP area, the owners assured us that we can use it without interruption.
We'll meet you there. Eldaris, again, just I think Rontin would already know this. Rook would become accustomed that kind of deep thought, that kind of look of like focus means he's probably having a conversation with somebody without saying anything. And then he'll just look at both of them and says, they want us to meet them in the VIP area, so prying ears aren't listening. Although how they're going to get the Wild Riders is beyond me.
Oh, they cleared out.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't even know if they stayed till the end. I didn't see him leave.
As Eldaris, he will get up respectfully, puts you in the chair because this is his place in his mind. Who'll just say, I apologize, I haven't seen Aramis.
Yeah, we're gonna have to try to find him after this.
I agree. Come. And he will gently make his way through the crowd.
She takes one drink in each hand as she walks back.
And go into the VIP area.
Ronshin is going to say, it was nice to meet you, Rook. Eldaris, it's always a pleasure to see you. I'm going to retire for the evening. Thank you so much for the performance and company.
Eldaris will, bow and look at, maybe like a handshake, friendly gesture, and he'll just say the blessing of the faith. Ishla Nalatar.
Ishla Nalatar. And he will leave.
Eldaris will go into the VIP room.
So once Idish is in the VIP room, is there any sort of like privacy screen that would basically like silence the outside world and prevent them from hearing us?
Absolutely.
In the VIP area?
Yeah,
Okay.
There's static curtains, yeah.
Yeah, he'll engage those kind of as he walks in. He's just like, so great show, first of all. You were also slated to play here a few nights ago. Do you remember that? When a priestess of some kind took the stage?
Oh, you mean that comp from the other band?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. She was a priestess? I just thought she was another rocker.
I've heard mixed reports about how she referred to herself, but the point is she had with her an implement of magic, an implement of evil magic, and we are trying to locate this implement of evil magic.
And I think she in of herself was evil, but okay.
the point is, she had a skull, a snake skull, 2 heads. Whatever it is, if somebody else finds it, it could be used for similar. Whatever happened here the other night could happen again, and I'm trying to prevent that. And you have already taken part in preventing this sort of thing once, so I thought maybe you'd be amenable to helping.
I mean, she did some crazy stuff with it, so.
So, she had, as far as we can tell, beginning of the night, she took the stage, she had the skull. When we recovered her body, she did not. So, any idea? I know it was a chaotic night. Any recollection of what might have happened?
Yeah, I haven't seen it since that night. Like, it was just like you said, it was a pretty crazy night, and I was in a completely separate room, or was I on the stage? And she just kind of like sits here and tries to think about where she was when everything kind of ended.
If you're actually trying to remember, I know the answer. If you are just like, if you're playing it up as an act, I'll keep quiet.
No, she's honestly trying to remember, because at this point, like, she's got the adrenaline from the show, and like that dump has just ended, so she's exhausted. Like, she's just trying to remember, and honestly, I don't remember myself.
You'll hear in your head, "You helped me dispatch of her." We did the final. The final blow was here.
Wow, I did do good at stopping her. Thank you. Like, she says it out loud, and then she's just like, yeah. I hadn't seen it since that night. How long did it take for you guys to get here? And she's gonna try to remember if she actually saw him at the scene or not. Can I roll history or something for that?
Would he have been at the scene?
No.
No, it would have been like the police force, right? That kind of brought it in.
Yeah.
And really, Idish's role is, we don't know where this thing is. Please go find it.
There was an enforcer lieutenant named Alto, a goblin.
Yeah.
He was in charge of them when they came.
She's like, I don't. I'd love to help, but I don't know where it is.
All
I
right.
remember taking her down, and then we tried to make sure everyone else was okay in the building.
Yeah, and as far as I know, outside of the cultists, only 2 people died. Is that right, George?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, it seems like you did a pretty good job. There were a lot of people in here that night, and most of them made it out alive. At least most of the ones not doing the killing. So,
yeah, we tried not to
regardless.
let the killing ones leave.
Yeah, I appreciate the service that you've done for this town. Just as long as that's out there, what happened that night could happen again. And I just want to make sure it doesn't.
Forgive my curiosity. Is it... I don't wish to be rude. Is it officer? Is there a title I should be using?
You can just... Inspector Idish is usually the preferred nomenclature.
Inspector. This device, or contraption, artifact, whatever you'd like to call it, seems particularly dangerous. Would you happen to know of any of the side effects in case we, in our travels, should see them again?
He thinks for a minute. Can I try to get a read on, like, how trustworthy these people are?
Sure. Roll an insight.
Okay. Oof. That's a natural 1 for a total of 10.
Yeah, between the adrenaline of the rock show and the mysteriousness and perhaps training of the psychologist, it's hard to read either of them right now.
And I look over at Makiak and I go, we cannot disclose the details of ongoing investigations.
He nods.
But he goes, here, I'll give you this. Do you have a number I can contact you at? If I...
Eldaris will pull out his business card.
They basically trade
still has
cards.
business cards. I love it.
He looks it up. What is the title? What is the title Eldaris has on his
together.
on his card?
It's personal therapist.
Personal therapist. He goes, So you work with helping people out.
Precisely. I believe it is my mission to help, well, obviously, if I can physically, but more important, the real monsters lie in the mind.
Well, there are some pretty real monsters outside the mind, too.
Of course. And we rely on the police force, of course, to protect us from them mostly, and I try to just help everybody else.
He kind of chuckles a little bit. He goes, yeah, we're trying, but appreciate the help. If you think of anything, give me a call. He gives both of you his card as well. He goes, and again, good work the other night. A lot more people could have died.
Thank you. And Inspector, if just a friendly offer, I'm not saying any insult or anything like that, because I know some people take it the wrong way. Should you need an appointment, you can call my secretary. I do have openings. I'm sure some of the things you've seen have been particularly trying.
He looks at the card, flips it over, puts it in his pocket, and he goes, I can't afford therapy. And he walks out of the room.
At that, the Makiak's comms go off, and you hear 1025, Grove Opal. Some sort of orange ape with antlers just busted through the cyst. Fuck, it stinks.
Shit, Makiak, get that. How quick can we get there?
10 minutes. Let's go.
All right. Have a great night. And he basically sprints out of the room.
Yeah, as you guys are taking off, you hear another one. You hear coming through the comms. Another one's coming through. Oh, fuck, it's got wings.
Ew. That sounds gross.
That is indeed gross.
And they take off. You soon see through the glass door the police cab or Lev cab take off with sirens into the sky towards the west.
Eldaris will just rub his head. I knew that snake skull was no good.
I mean, since it was when she wore it, she tried to kill us. Yeah, clearly not.
Above table, I think in game I do know what happened to it though, right? Was I ever privy to what happened? Were we made aware of what happened to it? Because I know
Woodrow used sleight of hand,
and he never told us, right?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he showed Rook, but I'm not
Any idea,
100%
groupie?
sure.
I mean, I over here rolling natural ones, so it's not like I would have been able to tell if you guys were lying anyway.
Do you remember, Groupie, if you told the others or not?
So I was actually sitting here thinking about this a minute ago. I am pretty sure that nobody saw it.
That's what I...
Because at the
I
very
know I
beginning...
didn't see you take it.
Yeah, I don't think I would have mentioned it.
Okay.
But I know that during the fight, that was the first thing I did was get the crown snatched and brought to me. And I had been hiding it ever since. And I made sure to go and take it back when I wasn't around everybody, trying to catch a payday off one of the gangers. So I don't think any of y'all ever knew about it.
Okay.
You returned it because it was the twin-headed missing snake of one of the villains.
Yeah.
So, okay. Okay, I just want to, because I knew I got mixed up of, do I know that in game or do I know that I just know that out of game? Okay.
Yeah. I was confused by that too, clearly. Yeah, so we're putting it in anyway.
So Eldaris will just go like, I felt it had some kind of magical energy, but what happened to it is beyond me.
It was a crazy fucking night.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I mean, aside from getting interrogated right after a show, like, it's been a top night. Normally that happens, like, the day after a show or something. Not, like, directly after. Never had cops waiting on me. I don't like it.
I have learned to deal with the authorities through prior experiences. Call it trial and error. Now, I do not mean to rush you, but we have two options.
Oh, shit! Butcher!
Yes, but we also have Aramis.
Oh, fuck.
I can send a quick text to Mr. Woodrow if we want to go to one of his preferred places, to apartment or something like that. You search the damn city Bukari with me. I would be quite impolite if I did not at least offer the same.
Yeah, fuck. If he's gonna be anywhere, like, well, number one, we'd have to check every bar in the damn city. Or he's at my place. He wasn't there when we left.
Well, Temple Bar is nearby here. We could start there, perhaps, and then check out your apartment.
DM, is there like a path that we could take? Like, what, not having a map or anything, what does it look like as far as the arena is somewhere where he's having his fights, and then there's like Temple Bar and Rook's apartment? Is there a route that she can take that will get her there before the end of the fights and still be able to stop at the other two places? Or are they just like all over in the opposite directions?
Yeah, you basically be doing crescent. You go to your apartment, then Temple, then out, because the Desoul Tower is north of Base Town. It's out of Base Town.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we can just like arc it, check the apartment. If he's not there, because if he's going to be anywhere, I would think he's there if he didn't come to the show. And if he's acting weird, that's going to be a place that he knows. And like, Ibukari knew to find you at your place. And do you think that his brain's been eaten?
Well, do you want...
Like, I missed 5 notes in my performance because I'm sitting here thinking about this while I'm trying to play.
You missed notes in your performance?
Yeah, you didn't hear that?
No.
Cool.
I mean...
I guess I don't need to freak out about that then. That's been running through my mind all... Okay.
I guarantee you you had the crowd mostly eating out of your hands. There's only one reason you didn't have me and my companion eating out of them too.
And it wasn't the 5 notes.
The lieutenant's partner tried to read our minds.
Oh.
He failed.
I probably got a whole lot of nothing if you tried to read mine.
All right.
Wow.
As for...
so many questions.
I can explain them on the way.
Okay.
As far as your companion, I've been puzzling the message. I ban Mary Voluptuous. I got nothing.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean,
he does like his women, like, or actually any of his partners pretty curvy, but...
I mean, I don't think he's trying to let you know that he's just...
He has texted me some really weird shit before. Like we've been friends a while.
But they've been coherent.
This is true.
Unless, well, no. I've heard that there's some coded language that some of the underground people use. I never.
Yeah, this isn't that.
You're aware of it.
Yeah, this isn't that.
Well, let us not speculate as to what could be causing Aramis's odd replies until we get more information. Otherwise, we're just going to panic about it.
Yeah, good idea. Don't panic. I'm gonna go get my money, and then we're gonna get out of here.
I will be waiting for you.
Yeah. So Rook will kind of find, I guess, Van Buren to get paid, and then head out to the apartment.
As Rook walks away, Eldoris was like, "But how does she know that language?" Just makes in the gigantic mental notes in his head about the therapy files for everyone.
He just adds file ledger.
He just adds another mental note.
Okay, so you get paid your 200 gold, and then also the Wild Riders promise that they're going to start a tab for you. They're just going to give you credit at the bar.
Oh, cool. She'll thank them profusely and be like, "I'm so sorry, I have to cut out early. I got to go find out about a friend."
It's cool. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sure.
You've still got that one last performance for the weekend.
Oh, that's right. It's a three thing. Yep. Okay. I keep forgetting it's not a 2-night thing. Yeah.
I would imagine Eldaris would have stepped outside, looking at the bicock that you have, and he's just clearly fascinated and curious about getting it, one, but not wanting to admit it.
Heavily modded. It's got some really cool, a lot of parts are very not sparkly, but they have that iridescence of magic tampering and stuff on them. Mm-hmm. It's a sweet ride.
Ready to go?
Yeah, let's go. Get out.
All right, and you'll head off to your apartment. Mm-hmm. What are you doing there first?
Checking to see if Aramis is there.
He is not.
Okay, so she basically walks in. There's a little bar top kitchen area to the side. As soon as you walk in, then it opens up to a little dining, and she does not give you a tour. She does not really say anything. She walks in the door, walks down the little hallway, turns to the left, goes and looks. You hear doors opening, doors closing. You hear blankets rustling, as she moves to the main room, kind of throwing blankets off the couch to see if he's cocooned himself. Then she goes into another room, again, doors closing and opening, and she's just fuck, okay, he's not here.
Thought of something.
Huh.
Where were the last two places he was? Let's assume the worst for 2 seconds. I don't want to do that to you, but let's assume the worst. His mind's been taken. What does every person whose mind's been taken have in common?
I feel like I'm supposed to know the answer to this, and I don't.
Eldara smile, a small, a little a sad smile, but it's not because you don't know.
Yeah.
They're looking for me. He knows where my apartment is. We brought him there after the head explosion.
Oh, yeah. But he was gone when we left.
He had left. He slipped out the balcony window, I believe, right?
No, that was Nero.
That was Nero.
Rook, you get a call while you're driving.
She taps her helmet.
Hey, you're not going to believe this. I've just been in a meeting with, really an interrogation with Chief Harsh. Apparently someone left Feral all like messed up in the mind on her doorstep. Said it was a message for Eldaris up on 16.
What the fuck, man? But what's with your text?
Oh, I was trying to text without looking at it.
Dude, you know that never... Oh my god. Dude, I thought your brain been
I was in a meeting with a villain. I have to pay attention to him.
Oh my god, but yet... Oh my god. Oh, you could have waited... Okay. Okay, so... And she's talking out loud, like, it's... The helmets that she wears one, and she would have given Eldaris one because safety first. All the gear all the time. She has a comm, like her comm is linked to it, and then she can link up the two helmets as well. So she basically patches Eldaris in so he can hear her being like, dude, we thought your brain had been eaten. Okay, so you were being interrogated by Sheborg because who was on her doorstep?
Feral, the bugbear, the gamer, performer, just trying to
Oh,
hook
what
Joe
the
up with the game.
fuck?
Yeah. He showed up all bunked up in the head talking about some sort of message for Eldaris.
Great.
It's only saying like two things. They are one, and I'm here for Eldaris.
Why did they go to Sheborg for Eldaris? Okay. Has that been handled? Do we need to go figure her out? Like, is she at the gladiator fights right now, or is she somewhere else?
Yeah, she had to leave. She said there was something important she had to do.
Okay, and she like reaches back and taps Eldaris's leg, and then barely gives him time to like pay attention as she just like jerks to head towards where the arena is. Like, so she's like just hauling ass that direction now. She's like, okay, we're gonna figure out shit from her. Did they do anything to you? Are you good?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, well, at least that's a valid reason for missing the performance. It was awesome, by the way. We got interrogated too, kind of, a little bit, but not like you did.
Didn't?
No.
To be fair, we had left rather quickly to find
Yeah.
Okay.
I was concerned about you.
Dio said he got signed for the tavern for a month. I was just wondering.
Nice.
Well, that's awesome for Dio. I'm very happy for him. She's like still like elevated voice because of like in the middle of writing and adrenaline and everything. And she's just like, hopefully we'll be able to connect with him tomorrow because that'd be a really great opportunity too.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll do my best to be there that time.
Awesome. All right. Be safe.
Wait, where are you going?
It's the fights.
What fights?
You coming? Dude, and she'll like give him a rundown of like butchers fighting in the arena.
Well, how are you going to get in? The Molotov Bliss is very exclusive. You got tickets?
I just figured I'd... What?
Y'all have got one. I've got the other one.
Oh. It's like...
I have a way we can get... I'm just going to say, I have a way we can get in. Don't worry about that.
I was just going to say that I was there. I got nothing.
Good luck.
I got
Thanks.
this.
I'm going to crash at your place. And he hangs up.
In her head, because it's easier with the with the noise of the bike and traveling fast. We have a very simple. Besides your ticket, we have a very simple way to get in.
If you say so. What's that?
Yeah. Sheborg is sponsoring Butcher. Hi.
And I need to talk to Sheborg.
My name. All I need to go is literally say, tell her that Eldaris is here. I'm sure
that may not work in our favor, though. And like she's still like weaving around and like writing.
Eldaris
is skipping your apartment and the temple bar. Going.
Yeah. So already went to the apartment, skipping temple bar.
Okay.
Eldaris is handling this like a pro because I'm sure Ibukari cannot do any of this calmly. So he's just like, "Yep, this is fine."
And Salem is like latched onto your back.
Just where'd the cat come from? Shit.
I think the cat is always here. There is an intelligence to the cat that extends beyond feline intelligence.
Oh, shoot. I forgot. We're going to roll back the clock just a little bit here. When you were leaving your apartment, Nero would be approaching from an alleyway. Nero? Try to get you some spotlight before the session's over. You there, bud?
I saw him come off mute, but then he went back on.
Kyle?
You're on mute if you're trying to talk.
Well, you're not muted anymore, but we're still not getting anything.
Yeah. No, dang it.
Maybe he's just trying to reboot.
Possibly.
I want to know how he's going to fit on the bike. Y'all don't have a bag of holding to stuff him in.
Mm-mm.
You there, bud?
Can you hear me now?
There
Yes.
you go.
All right, so you meet them outside as they're leaving Brooke's apartment, getting on the bike hawk.
Awesome. Long time no see.
Quite. Where we have a bit of a situation. We're looking for Rook's manager, friend, person. Looking to
Jarvis.
I'm not sure what his title is.
Friend.
God.
Friend.
Oh, so you... Okay, but yes. He sent a very odd text, and we are not sure if it's a symptom of his brain.
I think his brain's been
being consumed.
eaten. We need to go find him. Hi, where have you been? You left in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I kind of had something I had to attend to, but I hope Salem's been sticking around. Is he around here?
I don't know. I haven't been watching your cat.
On my back.
Leans.
Your cat, Salem.
Mhm.
Smarter than the average cat. What's how do I say this politely? What is it?
I think that's more of a surprise, if I can. Let's see, I don't really know how to explain it, exactly what he is, but it might be easier to show you. Because I don't really know what he is, I mean, to tell you the truth.
Well,
No, holy. No, he's a special cat. This is your friend.
at any rate, we are going to swing by Temple Bar to see if Aramis is there. And after that, we're trying to get into the fight pits. Butcher will be competing.
Do we have any extra tickets?
We have one ticket, and then I was going to assume that, I guess one of us can get in with the ticket if the three of us split the other two.
I was just gonna try to be me and see if it worked.
I can sneak in myself.
I could do that too, maybe. I don't know. A bunch of fighters. I don't know that that's the best place to try to be sneaking into. I'm sure we know someone there. I mean, we know one of the fighters. Are they sold out? I don't know.
We'll figure it out when we get there. For now, I think
this has been a very loosely thrown together plan.
Yes, I think the most important thing right now is head to Temple Bar. That we need to head to Temple Bar to see if Aramis is there.
Sounds good. Well, I'll follow you.
Can 3 of us fit on this thing?
No.
The good news is at least I don't have to buy a ticket.
All right.
How far away is Temple Bar?
DM.
Probably at least a mile. Probably closer to 3.
Like a mile or 2 or 3?
All right, I'll meet you over here.
Wait a minute. Remember, you have that one ability with your ring?
No, wait a second. I do, don't I? Hold on. You talking like the disc?
I'm talking about the vessel on the warlock.
Yeah, the genie vessel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You would certainly be able to use that to travel around with them tonight.
But where would I be able to store the vessel? Like, would it be able to fit with them, or is that like a
it's your ring.
type of situation?
It's your ring, so just one of them can put it on.
Okay.
Okay, so how do you communicate this or do this in front of them?
Who doesn't have the ride?
Rook drives.
Eldaris is riding backpack.
He's piggy cocky.
Gotcha.
Just bring your emotional support therapist.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to travel with my own emotional support therapist. It's great.
I mean, she is a celebrity, so
You're a rogue.
Yeah.
You
So
have
clearly
to have
I need
something in your
therapy.
sheets.
Well, I'll just bust out then. I guess there's not enough room on that, so I guess I can. I guess I'll take this way. And reach out and pop it out.
what way?
Okay,
Huh?
so he puts this ring on his middle finger, or one of his middle fingers, and his arm starts to shift inside the ring until his whole body kind of becomes vaporish and sucked into the ring, and it falls at your feet, Eldaris.
I'm going to pick up the ring and I'm going to put it on if it fits. If not, I'm just going to hold it in my pocket.
Yeah, it fits pretty well. He's not all that much bigger than you.
Not the color of jewelry I would have thought for you.
Yeah, it's this like what is ostentatious topaz, like massive topaz, on a
It's like a ring pop.
electrum band.
Ibukari always said
Yeah.
I was more of a silver.
Yeah. I would like silver, opal, like if you didn't eat iridescence at all, but okay, anyway. Come on.
All right. And then you get the call from Aramis and you dodge the temple bar and then you head out. I need you to roll a I'm gonna have it be dexterity acrobatics, and you get advantage if you have proficiency with land vehicles.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't have proficiency with land vehicles.
Okay, so dexterity acrobatics.
14.
All right. As you leave, as you're leaving Basetown, you can see off to your left some of the squirrel-suited raven mambas going, jumping from ruin tower or building top, keeping their perimeter. But you break out into the ruins between slum towns on the way to the Soul Tower, and it's desolate and dark. And occasionally you see a beast or a monster, but just as you're closing in on the brightness as the Soul Tower and the archaeologies that are around it produced, a group of marauders run out in front of you. All of them terribly scar or ritualistically and ugly scarring. removed eyes, separated hands, like split down the middle, and it like with to create extra weird grips, and all kinds of various self mutilations that they've done to themselves, wearing black and red, covered in dirt and grime and blood, running out in front of your headlight. And you are able to just barely dodge them, going damn near horizontal on the bike, and being Eldoris. Yeah, but
That's the new one.
Yeah, you get around them and head into the lights, and we will pick up with y'all as we fade away with y'all coming up on the Soul Tower.
Cool.
Credits. Post credit, we come in on Butcher and Woodrow in the Lev Cab taxi, and Butcher, you get a call from Father Merverine. He says, "I'm ready to pick you up. Is there somewhere I can meet you?"
Just a swear. I'm assuming like
Wasted 100 gold. What up?
What was that, Butcher?
Yeah, Butcher looks at the camera and then does the Home Alone, and then it just cuts off riding.
Awesome.
No, apologies, Father. We're almost at the tower now. We'll meet you at the base.
Okay. All right, sir.
Don't tell Woodrow.
No, I'm definitely huddling in a corner, like. Oh, Jesus.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
Well, I hope y'all had fun. That was really interesting for me.
Mhm.
that was a lot of fun. We have
Yeah.
surprise NPC cameos,
Yes.
good
Big
concerts, a
shout
lot
out
of
to
fun.
Coolidge for popping in.
Yep, new name in
Yeah.
that credit scroll that went by so fast.
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I've been trying to work that in for a while. But next session should be the end of chapter 1 of the campaign.
Sweet.
And big fight night.
Oh, yeah. Might be bigger than y'all expect.
Oh shit!
And the pimple finally popped.
It depends on if everyone's going to have their ticket or not.
So gross.
Yep, that did pop. I was like, I give it 5 days in game, and then we hit it, and there. Or 4 days. That's what it was.
Well, thank you, everyone, for showing up and playing. Thank you, George, for running.
My pleasure. Thank you all for subscribing and liking and donating. You're great. Keep doing it.
Click buttons.
All the buttons. Also, again, big thank you for our guest player Coolidge for popping in. Hope to see him back again. And in the meantime, housekeeping. We are not playing Denizens next week. What are we playing next week?
We're gonna play some Call of Cthulhu.
Woohoo!
Woo-woo!
So like a month ago, the characters that we got to make on stream and everything, you're gonna see all of them brought to life and thrown into the world and tortured by our lovely Keeper of the Arcane Bullshit.
Yep, Keeper of Arcane BS.
That's what
It's going to be a good time. It's going to be in the olden days, and I might get a lot of things wrong, but it's going to be a good time anyway.
So we're looking forward to
I
that.
can't wait.
And Denizens will be back on the 14th, and that's it. Fade to black.
Five things.
Thank you all.
Bye!
Love you guys.